Hi everyone, I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Thank you for joining me and Happy New Year. The park is temporarily open during the holiday season. I believe they'll be closed again after this. There was several earthquakes yesterday there at Yellowstone, or actually near Yellowstone. There was a magnitude 3.1, 21 kilometers north of Driggs, Idaho. Right there. I'll use Google Earth and show you. I did report this yesterday on Twitter. Those that follow me on Twitter would have known about that. This is within the area of Uplift of Yellowstone. The red lines here I mapped out from Uplift measurements from 2015. There's the 3.1. And you'll notice here it is close to the area that was blown out during the last major eruption, the mountain range that was blown out, the Tetons. More than likely because of the magma rising up into the system and causing more uplift. 38 people did report feeling this earthquake. This earthquake was 3.2 miles in depth or 5.3 kilometers. Here we have the felt reports, locations: Teton National Forest, Rexburg, Idaho Falls, and just below Fort Hall Reservation. I hate it when they put the names or the block on top of it, but here you can see Aberdeen, American Falls, Fort Hall Reservation. The uplift trend of the magma system underneath the ground has been still trending basically east. Here we have the borehole for Norris Junction. This is a very deep well. For the last 7 days. Tops measures north, X. Y measures east. And there's only 5 volcanoes in the world where they are measuring, watching the trend of magma in the system down below the ground, not just the uplift on the ground. The uplift on top of the surface is trending west. But the magma system, even though this one shows between north and east, let me show you another one. This is the last 7 days. I'm going to go down here to the last 30 days. Each dot is an earthquake that created uplift in the last 30 days. Again, this is Norris Junction. The Madison River area, again a borehole. Top is north, bottom is east. X and Y. See how it's trending east, the magma system under the ground? But the surface is trending. The uplift is trending north. Under the ground, a completely different story. Again, each dot is an earthquake. And then the last 30 days, yeah, look at the uplift. Yeah, nothing's going on, right? The closer you get to the center of the magma system, it seems like more the uplift is trending towards east. Here we have Yellowstone Lake. Top is north, bottom is east. Last 7 days, see that? East. But we have dots on the outside spreading. And then the last 30 days. Remember, lots of dots means lots of shaking that was going on. See how it took a breath here? Probably the 24th, the 25th. And then the last 30 days, see? East. Grant, which is on the western edge of Yellowstone Lake for the last 7 days. Under the ground, the magma is moving east. Even though the above ground surface seems to be showing going towards west. Then the last 30 days, look at the trend going east. But then the surface, the ground, is rising up to the west. Look at that. They're going to have to change the microradians for the circle. It's way beyond what they got set for 2. The borehole for Panther, which is the Mammoth Vault. Mammoth Hot Springs up there, kind of north of the park, the edge of the park in the last 7 days. Look at the eastern trend. But uplift is mostly on the west side for the ground surface. Then we have the last 30 days. There's a dot way over there. Let's take a look again at the last 7 days. They're watching the Norris Junction area because that was the location of the start of the last major eruption 230,000 years ago, even though there's been 40 smaller eruptions since then. Again, this is a borehole 950. Top is north, bottom is east. Last 7 days, this is set at 2 microradians. The last 30 days, yeah, look at the uplift going on. Yeah, again, the trend mostly going towards east. But the ground surface, the uplift is rising, it looks like, in the north. Looks like they're currently looking at Old Faithful. Yeah, and it looks a little dirty, don't it? I paused for a moment, yeah, helping my granddaughter with a little wipe after she had a piece of candy. Yeah, it's going off. Let me pull this up a little bit. Here it says that the Visitor Education Center is closed, typically early November through mid-December and mid-March through April. Like I said, they're going to be closing again soon. Probably a few stragglers still there. There's no one really over here watching what's going on at Yellowstone. You can see there's just a couple people over here on the boardwalk. Supposedly it's only 3 degrees there right now and an expected high of about 15 degrees. So back to this magnitude 3.1 earthquake. This here is the borehole 950 for Norris Junction as that earthquake came in. You can see it right there. This is a spectrogram. And yeah, the different colors are the melt, the heat. And it registers by sound, measures the heat and the depth, which we have the frequency over here. And here's the earthquake signature. Again, this is Norris Junction. Again, yesterday there was several other earthquakes. We got one here. Let me pull this up for you. Okay. 114. We have another one right here at 157. This is universal time. And 452. Again, this was yesterday. So we have a 1.0 at 4:28 universal time, a depth of 10.5 kilometers. Let me get that location for you. All right. What's this we got here? A watering hole, it looks like. And yeah, probably some livestock they have in that area. Let's pull this out. That 2.4 was November 23rd. The 3.0 was on November 10th. So 1.0, here's Yellowstone Lake over here. And then down here would be the Snake River Plateau. There's the 1.0. They claim the earthquake was at 4:48, but this one came in at 4:52. And they did not report this one at 1:14 or this one at 1:57. And then more recently, let me bring this down. There's a small one right there at 15:02. Yeah. Now, not all rock melts at the same temperature. That's why we got different colors here. Kind of like a sponge. Certain rocks melt more quicker, however you want to say it, than other rocks. Here we have the monitor for Denny Creek. This is on the western side of Yellowstone Lake. Here is that magnitude 3.1 earthquake. We got another down here marked in red, but we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, look at the heat that came up. Remember, we have spreading at Yellowstone Lake. Yeah, it definitely shook it up there at the lake. Look how red, look how hot that is. Yeah, that is hot. And let's come over a little bit and look at some of this. We got some other activity afterwards, right there. Right there. Yeah, look at the pockets of melt. Right there. I'll come over. Yeah, that's hot. Hot, hot, hot. You can see there's a lot of activity through here after that 3.1 earthquake. Look at that. Let's look at the signature. Yeah, harmonic tremors. Look at this. Now, this one here is close to Grant, which was an area a couple years ago where the magma was trying to come up. I've talked about that, kind of like Mount St. Helens where it blew out the side. And that was because that was an area that was weaker, the ground, and it wanted to come up. Yeah, we got another one right there at 10:04. That's the one that's marked in red. Not being reported. Yeah, they do report earthquakes of a magnitude 2.5 or greater automatically by the computer. USGS does get alerts about these earthquakes, and they look at them and decide if they're going to tell you. There's something else right there. Doesn't look like much. These are small microquakes. And then we got some more stuff going on here. Again, this is near Grant, Yellowstone Lake. I might have said Denny Creek. No, I meant Grant. This is Grant. And then we got some more stuff up here. Let me pull this up. Yeah, this is on the western side of Yellowstone Lake. Yeah, these are the other earthquakes. And is that the one they reported? 244. No, these are ones that they did not report. I'm trying to find this one. Yeah, they did not report these. It's not surprising they got the melt so close to the surface. Like I said, this is the area where, yeah, they had swarms. Oh, a couple years ago. Yeah, a lot of activity going on. Not being reported. Yeah, USGS not doing their job. Look at all that activity. This is the one they did report, the 3.0. Yeah. Yeah, lots of harmonic tremors going on. Or volcanic tremors. See that? I don't have as much data for Holmes Hill because it shut down. See that? So I'm not going to be able to show you the other earthquakes. This is that 3.1. Yeah, look at that. Now this is by Heben Lake, Grays Lake. Yeah, on the western side of Yellowstone Lake. And let me show you. Alright, so here we have Yellowstone Lake, and this is up in this area right here. Here's the monitoring. You see where it shut down. And I'll go back another 4 hours. And another 4 hours. And that's when those other earthquakes came in. I'll pull this over so you can see right there. See that? And I'll go back again. Yeah, see, we got 2 more. So they're not going to show up here. Very convenient that Holmes Hill decided to go down. And it was down for Oh, a while it looks like. I keep going back. There, it came. Okay, we got 2 o'clock on Sunday. Go ahead another 4 hours. Yeah, got an earthquake there. And, oops. Try and pull this down for you. So we're not going to have those other earthquakes. So that was the 3.1. And thank you, Alex. Yeah, daughter having a hard time, or granddaughter having a hard time washing her hands. She does good. She going potty by herself now and taking her little pants off and putting them back on all by herself. I'm so proud of her. She's only 3 years old. All right. My other grandchild, who's 3 years old, we're still in the training process for him. But anyways, this is what it was showing when I pulled the files. We got a little blip, it looks like, right there. Yeah. Another little blip there. You can see, yeah, harmonic tremor. See that? Let me see what this would, put it on there, what this would show. Yeah. For some reason, they have a line in red before they shut it down. Looked like they tried to bring it back up and it was still in red. And yeah. You know, if they do have a large earthquake along the west coast, yeah. If Yellowstone is ready to go, it very well could cause this one to erupt also. Large earthquakes have been known to make other volcanoes erupt close to that area. You can see the heat here prior to this earthquake. The lighter colors coming up. Let me see what was going on afterwards. Got some heat there. Heat there. Yeah. Looks like currently there's just that one small group of people there at Old Faithful there. And this is the back basin. Anyways, that's all I have for you right now. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please put it down below. Thank you for your support. I hope you have a very happy new year. I really believe the government is preparing for something to happen in 2020. I don't know what. And I've been saying that off and on. Many of their plans, their programs, autonomous vehicles, shipping vessels, they wanted all that up and ready to go sometime in early 2020 or by 2020. Yeah, different things that I don't know what they're preparing for, but it seems like something major is coming this year that we have not been told about. Anyways, that's all I have for you now. Have a very happy new year. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.